Today we're reviewing 22 Jump Street, the sequel to the surprise hit 21 Jump Street. And I gotta say, this movie is amazing. Now, I'm gonna tell you the good, I'm gonna tell you the bad. And remember, these reviews are non-spoilers, so you will not be spoiled by listening to me. I'm just gonna tell you my opinion, and hopefully it'll inform you, and then you will want to go see the movie yourself. So let's start off with the good. I loved this movie. 21 Jump Street, when it came back out in 2012, it was a surprise hit. No one was really expecting, the remake of the old 1980s series that was kind of cheesy to, do well. There's a line in this movie that sums up how everybody felt about the original one before the movie came out, which is basically no one gave a shit about the 21 Jump Street reboot. And, after the movie came out and everybody seen how hilarious Channing Tatum was and how good chemistry that this guy has with Jonah Hill, who knocks it out of the park once again. Once everybody seen that, they knew, okay, yeah, we have something on our hands. So now you have 22 Jump Street, which is the sequel.
White boy wasted.
It's inking in my mouth!
Glue stick pasted.
We're like a power couple.
We're like Rihanna and Chris Brown. You're a good dancer, and sometimes you're meaner than I'd like you to be.
Drunk stagger, drunk swagger. I don't rap good, it don't matter.
We Jump Street, and we're about to jump in your ass.
Right in the crack.
Okay, guys, so now I'm going to tell you the good about this movie. The good is, this movie is hilarious, bro. Like, this movie steps it up from 21 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street, there's never a moment where there's not a single laugh to be had. Like, there's not little chuckles. There's not little, okay, that's funny. No, these are big belly laughs. This movie is rapid fire with their jokes, where there's never a dull moment in the film where you're thinking, oh man, that joke's not really good. Did he really say that? No, you never have a moment while watching that movie, because they'll shoot the next joke, while you're starting to think that, and then you laugh at the next joke, and it just keeps going and keeps going. And these guys, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, they're the directors of this movie. They're 4 for 4 with me right now. They made the Lego movie, they made Clapping Chance of Meatballs, 21 Jump Street, and now this one. It's just like, these guys really, really have the finger on the pulse of what people like when it comes to comedies. And this movie, does not disappoint. I was kind of nervous going into it. I was thinking, this is a sequel to the first one. Sequels to comedies are never really good. Comedy is so subjective. This might be the first Phil Lord, Chris Miller movie that I don't like. But hey, this movie, it won me over. And I gotta say, the cast is good. That's another good thing. The cast in the first movie, they were good, but they never really, delve further into the characters. You never really had that established relationship that you do when you're walking into this movie, because you didn't really know who the characters were in the first one, and they were just starting to get comfortable in their roles, and you can see that when you're watching 21 Jump Street. But when you watch 22 Jump Street, they are their characters. Therefore, they don't have to get the audience to win them over. They're already won over at that point. And, good on them, because, they're all hilarious. Jonah Hill's hilarious. Channing Tatum steals the movie once again. Ice Cube steals the movie once again. Ice Cube has probably the best scene in this movie. Ice Cube was funny in the first one, but it was a smaller role. But since they made Ice Cube a bigger role, this dude was hilarious. Ice Cube literally steals the show in this movie. And I can't, he plays up all the shades of his career that we've come to know him as. You know, he plays the stereotype of his cop characters that he plays in movies. He plays the stereotype of the gangster that he used to be with NWA. He plays against the stereotype of the family man that we know him as now. You know, he takes all of those to an absurd level, and it really works for the movie. The cameos. The cameos were great in this movie, and stay for the credit sequence. Trust me, the credit sequences are the second funniest thing behind Ice Cube's scene in this movie. Trust me, you're gonna want to stay during the credits and after the credits, because there is an after the credits scene that is also hilarious, really, really funny. So that's the good. Now let's get to the bad. So the bad, well, story. You know, I know you're saying, you know, Johnny, it's a comedy, you know, and people don't go to comedies for the stories, and I gotta say, yeah, you're right. But essentially, this is the same story from the first movie, and they poke fun at that, and that's one of the positive things about it. But we're on the bad. We're on the bad now, so we're gonna stop talking about the positive. And you know, the story was pretty weak. You know, wasn't nothing there. It was more just the story was just a series of setups throughout the whole movie, for setups for jokes. And you know, the second thing is Jonah Hill in the beginning of the movie hooks up with a girl, you know, who's way out of his league, and you know, that's starting to become a tired cliche of the fat, slubby, nerdy guy finding a super hot supermodel chick and then hooking up. That's an absurd cliche, and I didn't really like that cliche. I don't like that cliche, actually. So, you know, I got to take points off for that, you know. And third is, you know, the middle does drag a little bit, and while it still is hilarious, it's just that, you know, I did look at my watch one time while watching the movie, so the middle does drag, but it's still an hilarious movie. If I'm gonna have to rank this movie on a scale of 1 to 10, or by our review scale, which is, you know, a Rob Schneider, which is 0, all the way up to a Grand Slam, which is above a 10. So, if I had to scale it, I would probably give this movie about an 8.75, and the 8.75 will probably be it's close to a Trimmer's Kevin Bacon. So it's like a stir of echoes Kevin Bacon. There we go. It's a stir of echoes Kevin Bacon. So yeah, 7.5. That's what I would rate the bacon of this movie. It's a really good movie. Go out and see it. You haven't seen it in the theater, don't wait for it to come on Netflix. Don't wait for it to come on DVD. You know, invite your friends. Invite your anybody. And, you know, this is just a good movie. You can see it alone, still have a good time, but I say see it with a group of friends. Have something to talk about on the drive home. It's a really good movie, and I can't recommend it more.
We need an expert to consult.
Oh! Listen, Mr. Walters, I should apologize
For shooting my penis off? Don't sweat it.
They gave me a vagina. Hey, guess what? I'm Eric's bitch.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am! You own this ass!
Oh my God.
Hey, Eric.
I don't have a hat, so I'm going to say my mantra anyway. Great hats, great movies, bacon movie reviews.